But first, stand at attention. Bill Evans is live at the West Point Academy this morning. Bill.
Hey, good morning. We are going to be back with the AccuWeather forecast. We're live at West Point. We'll be back. Stay with us on Eyewitness News this morning.
Some money this morning. You're getting ship shape with the folks up at West Point.
Absolutely. It's a different kind of green. You can see all the men and women here at the United States Military Academy. Hey! How you doing? What's your name?
Hey, I'm John Boyle.
Where are you from?
Woodside, Queens, New York.
Hey! What's your name?
Hi, Sally Harrington.
Where are you from?
I'm from Mahwah, New Jersey.
Oh my God, look at this. They got a big game with East Carolina coming up this weekend, so they're real fired up. They're going to be playing here at Mike Field on the other side of the campus, so it's going to be a real good game coming up this weekend. Of course, they're going to be playing Navy, which is going to be a big game as well. All right? Let's look at our weather this morning as we're here with the men and women of the United States Military Academy. It's going to be a great day. Later on, we're probably going to see the rain holding off for much of the day today, but possibly some scattered showers. So what we're going to see later on is probably a good chance of rain. Today, we do have cloudy skies, fog this morning. Temperature outside starting right around 65. The humidity this morning, 93%. The winds are southwest, and we do have a barometer that's falling, so it's very unstable outside. Here's our satellite picture this morning. Across the area, we have cloudy skies. It's going to be very, very cloudy all around the area. So watch out for that fog this morning. Here's our next rapid precision radar. We've got lots of rain across the area, so it's going to be very rainy later on this afternoon. See that cold front coming? That's where the rain is going to be. That'll be moving our way. Forecast map for this afternoon. Here's what's going to happen. 72 with some showers, mostly kind of a muggy day. Then tonight, we'll see the rain ending, and boy, it'll be a blustery day tomorrow. Look at the temperatures around the area for today. Averaging about 10, 15 degrees above normal for this time of the year. 74 in Central Jersey, 72 in the city out Long Island. You can see that for today, it's going to be right around 68 to 66 degrees. So let's get a look at our AccuWeather forecast. Here's what will happen today. We'll have cloudy skies, rain likely this afternoon. It's going to be right around 72. Tonight, a better night. We'll have a few showers, and the rain will be ending. It'll be much chillier tonight. We're going to be around 44 in the city, 38 probably up here around West Point. Tomorrow, great day for football. Boy, is it going to be cold. Yeah! Going to be a great day. It will be chilly, however. Temperatures all around the area are going to be in the 40s, probably going to be right around 49 degrees in the city tomorrow, so that means upper 30s elsewhere. The weather will warm back up by Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so we'll be in the 50s then, and we'll have lots of sunshine and dry conditions all the way through the entire week. We're here at West Point, and boy, I can't believe the turnout we had this morning. Thanks for coming out, everybody. Wow. We got people from everywhere. These guys are so awake. It's unbelievable. Let me ask you a question. Tell me what do you like best about being here? How have you enjoyed it so far? What are you going to do with your life once you finish?
I don't know.
It's 6 o'clock in the morning. All right, well, let's get through the crowd here. Going back here to the back because we have the cheerleaders and we have the band back here. Yeah. Now, Bertha, Harry, this is for you. All right, crank these guys up. We need a song to wake everybody up. Here we go. You ready?
All right, Bill, thanks. Well, you know, if we're not awake by now,
that's what happened this morning, both in real-time videotape and the slow-motion videotape. And as we await President Reagan's talk to the American people, you may want to ponder a poem called High Flight by John Gillespie McGee, Jr., a 19-year-old American volunteer with the Royal Canadian Air Force who was killed in training December 11th, 1941. And he wrote a poem called High Flight. And it reads, "Oh, I have slipped the surly bonds of earth and danced the skies on laughter-silvered wings. Sunward I've climbed and joined the tumbling mirth of sun-split clouds and done 100 things you have not dreamed of, wheeled and soared and swung high in the sunlit silence. Hovering there, I've chased the shouting wind along and flung my eager craft through footless halls of air. Up, up the long, delirious, burning blue. I've topped the windswept heights with easy grace, where never lark or even eagle flew. And while with silent, lifting mind I've trod the high, untrespassed sanctity of space, put out my hand and touched the face of God." In the wake of the explosion of the Space Shuttle Challenger at Cape Canaveral, Florida, this morning, shortly before noon Eastern Time, we take you now to the White House in Washington for a talk by the President of the United States.
15 seconds. 10 seconds. Stand by, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd planned to speak to you tonight to report on the State of the Union. But the events of earlier today have led me to change those plans. Today is a day for mourning and remembering. Nancy and I are pained to the core by the tragedy of the Shuttle Challenger. We know we share this pain with all of the people of our country. This is truly a national loss. 19 years ago, almost to the day, we lost 3 astronauts in a terrible accident on the ground. But we've never lost an astronaut in flight. We've never had a tragedy like this. And perhaps we've forgotten the courage it took for the crew of the shuttle. But they, the Challenger 7, were aware of the dangers and overcame them and did their jobs brilliantly. We mourn 7 heroes: Michael Smith, Dick Scobie, Judith Resnick, Ronald McNair, Ellison Onizuka, Gregory Jarvis, and Krista Mikaloff. We mourn their loss as a nation together. To the families of the 7, we cannot bear, as you do, the full impact of this tragedy. But we feel the loss, and we're thinking about you so very much. Your loved ones were daring and brave, and they had that special grace, that special spirit that says, "Give me a challenge, and I'll meet it with joy." They had a hunger to explore the universe and discover its truths. They wished to serve, and they did. They served all of us. We've grown used to wonders in this century. It's hard to dazzle us. But for 25 years, the United States space program has been doing just that. We've grown used to the idea of space, and perhaps we forget that we've only just begun. We're still pioneers. They, the members of the Challenger crew, were pioneers. And I want to say something to the school children of America who were watching the live coverage of the shuttle's takeoff. I know it's hard to understand, but sometimes painful things like this happen. It's all part of the process of exploration and discovery. It's all part of taking a chance and expanding man's horizons. The future doesn't belong to the faint-hearted. It belongs to the brave. The Challenger crew was pulling us into the future, and we'll continue to follow them. I've always had great faith in and respect for our space program, and what happened today does nothing to diminish it. We don't hide our space program. We don't keep secrets and cover things up. We do it all up front and in public. That's the way freedom is, and we wouldn't change it for a minute. We'll continue our quest in space. There will be more shuttle flights and more shuttle crews, and yes, more volunteers, more civilians, more teachers in space. Nothing ends here. Our hopes and our journeys continue. I want to add that I wish I could talk to every man and woman who works for NASA or who worked on this mission and tell them, your dedication and professionalism have moved and impressed us for decades. and we know of your anguish. We share it. There's a coincidence today. On this day, 390 years ago, the great explorer Sir Francis Drake died aboard ship off the coast of Panama. In his lifetime, the great frontiers were the oceans, and a historian later said he lived by the sea, died on it, and was buried in it. Well, today, we can say of the Challenger crew, their dedication was, like Drake's, complete. The crew of the Space Shuttle Challenger honored us for the manner in which they lived their lives. We will never forget them, nor the last time we saw them, this morning, as they prepared for their journey and waved goodbye and slipped the surly bonds of earth to touch the face of God. Thank you.
Live from the White House in Washington, D.C., the President of the United States with a talk to the American people on this day when 7 of their fellow Americans, 7 individual and unique human beings, apparently perished in the fireball that became the